So this problem is all about proportions, and the key here is really just at the very beginning, setting them up right. So we're told that a gear ratio, R to S, is the ratio of the number of teeth of two connected gears. And then we're told that the ratio of the number of revolutions per minute, so ratio of RPM between the two gears, is S to R. So before we continue, let's sort of establish what we learned. You don't actually need to know, so R and S are completely arbitrary letters here. It could have been X and Y or whatever. The important thing is that we're saying that the ratio of the number of teeth is the inverse of the ratio of the number of RPM. So we're saying that all you got to do is, if you know the ratio of the number of teeth, you just got to flip that proportion, and that'll be the ratio of the rotations per minute, or I'm sorry, revolutions per minute. So that's all that we're really told here. The S and R themselves don't really mean anything. Moving forward, we're told that in diagram below, gear A, so let's write that down. So gear A is turned by a motor, and then turning of gear A causes the gear B and C to turn. So we're told that gear A has 20 teeth, and that later we're told that if gear A is rotated by the motor at a rate of 100 RPM, we're trying to find the RPM of gear C. So it's just a series of proportions here. Let me show you what I mean. So for gear B, we're told that it has 60 teeth, but we're not told the RPM. So we got to figure out the RPM so that we can then figure out the RPM of gear C. So how do we do that? Well, we know the ratio of the number of teeth is R to S, so we can set it up, for example, as, let's say, the ratio of teeth between A and B, let's say, is 20 to 60. Okay? So, again, you got to set up a proportion. So this equals, we're saying the ratio of RPM is those two numbers switched. Okay? So, or is that same ratio but flipped over. So for here if we had A to B, the ratio of RPM will sort of be like B to A, because it's A to B, or like R to S, then S to R. So if here on top we put A and then on bottom B, over here we need to put on top B and on bottom A. So on top, what we're looking for, we don't know how fast it's revolving, but for B, right? But we do know how fast A is revolving. That's 100. So from here you solve this as 1/3 equals x over 100. Multiply both sides by 100 to get x by itself times 100. So this is 100 over 3. 100 over 3, or like 33.333 repeating, is equal to x, and x is equal to the RPM of gear B. So we're about to repeat the same thing for the next gear, so let's make sure we understood what just happened. We were told that the ratio of the number of teeth is some value to some value. In this case, we just chose, for example, 20 to 60. We could have done 60 to 20 and then worked from there. That would have been fine too. So it's just something to something. The point is that the ratio of RPM is those two values sort of flipped. So in this case, for example, if we had 20 to 60, that's A to B. Well, here we need to flip it and make it B to A. So we did B over A. If we did the other way around, if we did it like, okay, so the ratio here is 60 to 20, we did it B, then in that case we did it B to A, that means we would need to set it equal to 100 over X. So the point is you just need to flip that second fraction, because here the ratios are inverted or flipped. So from there, okay, well we know that this is 100 over 3 rotations per minute, or here's written as revolutions, but I'm pretty sure it should be rotations. But anyways, that's not the point. That's not the point of the question. So what about now gear C? Gear C, we're told, has 10 teeth, and we need to find the rotations per the RPM. So we set up the same kind of thing. Let's do ratio of teeth as B to C. So the ratio of teeth from as B to C is going to be 60 to 10. We set that equal to RPM of C to B. So on top is what we're looking for over the RPM of B, which is 100 over 3. So on this little bottom part, we have 100 over 3. And I'm not going to combine these fractions. I'm just going to go ahead and multiply the top and bottom by 100 over, I'm sorry, not top and bottom, both sides by 100 over 3, just so we get rid of that and don't have to deal with that as a fraction. So what's this? That's 100 times 60, so 6,000, right? Yeah. 6,000 over 3 times 10 over 30 is equal to x, which is equal to 6,000 over 30. That's equal to 200. So x, which in this case we set up as our gear C RPM. Oops, there we go. Sorry about that. So here's our x gear C RPM is equal to 200. So that's answer choice C.